Brave, it's January 18th, 2026, and this is your State of the Alliance. The state of Brave is strong. I hope you had a good holiday. It's been just over a month since our last SOTA. Excuse my voice. Last night I joined our Karma Fleet friends on a diplomatic mission with German Almighty for their birthday celebration in PC last night. Had a really good time. If you get a chance to make a local Eve meet or travel to one of the Eve meets, it's a really great time to meet friends and foes who all share our hobby and get some drinks, and you know, it was a blast. So with that, I'm going to summarize what we're going to talk about here today, and then we're going to get into it. So today we're going to talk about what's next, the beacon status update in the military update, the Anger Games, and a few other reminders. And just after that, we've got some good content ready for you. So we're going to be fighting some more war deckers. We've got a big fight with Black Flag's headquarters just after the SOTA. So we want everyone to get to the Keep Star, get in a shuttle, and ready for that fight. So we're gonna keep the Q&A a little short today to make sure that we get there in time. So now it's time for Brave to deploy for content to Ghana in Metropolis. So we will be deploying to seek content against Winter Coalition in Jiminit and Losec. So in addition to that, if today's strat doesn't put an end to War Deckers, the War Decker Menace will be close by to get into those fights as well. And after years of defensive content, it's time for Brave to go on an offensive deployment and test its mettle. So the goal of this deployment is to have fun skirmishes and give our FCs a chance to get into content quickly. We will first be deploying Kikis from UALX, so watch for fleet pings. And then we will be using a new fleet of CFIs, which you'll be able to get in your Grana. There may be updates to this list, so just watch the Brave Updates channel in Slack to keep up. If you're a carrier pilot who trained your new Grump skills and you aren't afraid of a little danger, we want some active pilots available to Grump our fleets around. So watch your cat pings for more information on that. So we will want everyone to have at least a jump clone in your Grana in Metropolis, but a death clone will make sure that you can get into the most fights and support our FCs. So this winter, let's make some trouble. So deploy to fly the Brave flag. Deploy to get your Corp shrimps for the shrimp contest and get some plex. And you can make your grand proud by deploying to your Grana with Brave. So with that deployment, that's going to change some things at home. We just rolled out the new beacon status that we're going to go over really quickly. So before, the beacon was really focused on our defensive posture and what that looked like at home, but then it didn't really cover what would happen if we were on offense or peace or other things. It caused some confusion. So now, as you can see on the wiki, we've added some new flags. So right now we're at peacetime in Beacon 4, and we're gonna be transitioning to an offensive conflict with this deployment in Beacon 3. So what does that mean? That means our FCs are gonna be focused on providing content on our offensive deployment, and so some of the defense that we've had at peacetime at home will be a little bit degraded because we're focused on that PvP content. So if you have questions on this beacon status, ask in the dojo channel, and the actual beacon status is just a high-level summary that's available at the wiki at any time that kind of will tell you the flow of what we're doing this winter and in the future. So beyond the deployment, which is the big news of the SOTA today, I do have some other announcements. So if you're looking for more PvP than just the deployment, then the Brave tournament team is looking for you. So we'd like to announce they're going to participate in the Anger Game 7 and are recruiting pilots. So if you're this tournament's going to take place in 3 weekends in April. If you're interested in this, then please join the Slack channel tournament-public, and you can contact Dujek One Eye or Kane Cartifex with any questions you have. So, and they're going to take signups into March for that. So with that, I'm going to go over some reminders for Brave that we talk about all the time. So first, And always make sure all your characters are registered on Brave and Imperium ESI. That's what provides our security and make sure that we all trust each other. So we need everyone to have their ESI up to date. Second, we're still asking everyone to have an Alpha Army character. We use these in War Deck Defense in Kebers, and it can also help us while we're deployed somewhere else. We can use them to defend things at home or against War Deckers. It gives us a lot of flexibility in terms of having characters in two places at once. So please make sure that you have an Alpha Army character. If you go back in the announcement pings, we're running a shrimp contest, this time for both corporations and players. So this is an opportunity for corporations that get a lot of shrimps by participating in fleets, and players to get some Plex rewards. All these Plex rewards are made possible based on our referral code, and we can get, when Brave uses that referral code, then we get money and we turn that back into Plex, and now we're turning that Plex back to you as part of these contests. So we'll maintain these throughout our deployment. Next, we're always looking for new FCs, and the content deployment is a great time to step up. So if you're looking to do that, make sure that you're looking on the wiki or talking to FCs of how you get involved. Generally, you have to ping 2 fleets, write after action reports, and then apply to be a skirmish FC. Next, this is for our industry-minded folks. Right now, the Alliance is doing a lot of backstopping of doctrines on the marketplace, but we'd like you to step up and provide these ships. So when the Alliance lists them, it's often at a price that people can undercut and still get a profit. And so we'd really like to see more of the doctrine ships available, so that when we have a big fleet and we need to ship up, that we're ready to do that, and you have a chance to make some hits. So if you have any questions on how to do that or opportunities, please ask in the Slack channels, IndieBros-Public. Lastly, we have a classy reminder that we do all the time. So we all get frustrated sometimes, but no matter if you're frustrated at a friend or a foe, I need to remind you to stay classy and local. Maybe it's time to step away from the keyboard. If you're getting mad, we'd prefer to keep anything that negative out of local, out of the game. So just please remember to stay classy. So I do want to next, I'm just going to give a special shout out before we do a Q&A. So special thanks to Haunting Deity for taking the fight to the War Deckers. We've destroyed a number of headquarters this January, including some that were threatening our Brave Empire structures in Kebers. So it's nice to take the fight to them, and we're about to do it again shortly after this Q&A. So I think Kane's going to join me now. I'm going to put on my headphones so I can hear him, and then we're going to go through some of the questions that were submitted before. Today we are going to keep this a little short because of the fleet, and we'll have a thread up in Brave Updates for questions afterward.
Oh, I'm in the charge of the question. So the first question was from Insana Shinatos, which asked, since we successfully managed to destroy Wardeck HQs, will there be more concerned effort going forward to destroy them sooner? I hate seeing tens of billions worth of brave kill mails. Jinx.
So I'm going to steal Haunting's thunder, and I'm sure he'll tell us a little bit more about this on his fleet. But this is a passion project for him, and he's been saying if they don't keep their war decks off the Imperium, then we're going to get in those fights and we're going to blow them up. And again, with our deployment in Urgrana, we'll just be a few jumps from Jita, and we'll be able to get people there even faster than what we're going to do today.
Wonderful. Then we head to the next question. It comes from Forza, that's the corporation name, Castelleo. No, wait, that's not wrong. Castello, sorry, my English. Are the leadership perspective for 2026 stay in Tenerife, or do we move to another region?
So that's the popular question. Every SOTA, are we going to move? So as I've said, we're in a good place right now, and as long as we can get content, we can have fun, then we're in a good place. The things that would change that if there was a major shakeup in nullsec, which I don't suspect, We just saw that in November, and that actually just made it even more secure. But anytime the CCP comes out with a patch, which is about every 6 months, that could always change things. So, I don't see right now, there's not anything that's going to force us to move, but Brave is always going to be agile, make sure that we're getting in content. And if there's major changes to the game, we're going to react.
Nice. Okay, next question comes from Marius Reinhardt. With the Imperium acquisition almost, is there any plans for Brave shake-up adjustment for the soft holding?
Right now, there's no plans to change the soft holdings. We've got a good amount of space. If there was an opportunity to get space under direct bridge range of UALX, we'd be interested in that. But right now, there's no talks of changing our space. So we're just looking at making sure that we're fully exploiting everything that we have.
Okay, let me directly head to the next question because time is money, or time is Vortex.
Yeah.
Neko Amane asks, any plan to bring more OTC or early EUTC PvP fleets for Asia people to have more fun without staying up?
So always love to be able to provide content across the board. I do think with us poking Winter Coalition from Urgrana, there will be opportunities. I do want to focus that we're looking to focus on the content and the fun, and we're not trying to grind anybody out by alarm clocking for a bunch of Chinese time zone um, structures. But for those who are in that, then I think there will be opportunities to steal some kill mails if we're nimble. And FCs
Nice.
in
Then we
those
come.
time zones are always desired. Yeah.
Wonderful. Then we come to the last question, which is for every English speaker super easy, but for me it's a horrible question. Shout out to Manta Finch for this question. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Jinx.
You did pretty good. I think a woodchuck could chuck wood if a woodchuck. Oh, I may have forgot. What? All right, you did better than me, Kane. So I give up.
You could just
A
answer it with
woodchuck would
yes.
chuck as much wood as a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Is that good? I think that's pretty good.
Wonderful. That was the last question.
Right.
We are done. If your question was not answered, no worries. We will look into them and try to get something out of that. No worries. And then, Jinx, your last words.
Oh, sure. So, this content deployment, it totally depends on you as members' engagement in it to be a success. This is something we haven't done in years. So I really hope that you'll support our FCs and get involved in this content, and we get some nice explosions during the winter here. And so with that, I'll say stay warm, stay classy, have fun, and be brave. All right. If you're listening,